heading to the last farm. John planted this morning and yesterday. Got a couple hundred acres of our last 300 done. Now I'm heading over to plant the last 100 acres, which is actually my beans. And it's going to be in 3 different fields. I have no idea how well we'll get along. It's 4:45 in the evening. Saturday evening. Not much I'd rather be doing on a Saturday evening than planting soybeans. So, pretty happy. Corky's going to a cookout tonight. One of her cousin's place. I was supposed to go, but I'm going to be planting beans. Sorry, Shelly and Roger, but we'll get together another time. We're heading to the mango farm. We're going to see how we get along over there. Get you back when we get over there. We made it to the field. It took us about 12 minutes to get here, which really isn't too bad. We call this field the top 80 acre field, and we planted this in corn last year, half of it in corn and half of it in soybeans last year. It's all going to be soybeans this year. So we're going to go over here to the corn stalks and we're going to get lined up on our rows. In my computer, for my in my GPS and my guidance part of the computer, I have my lines in here from last year. I just want to go over here to the corn stalks for sure because it'll all be planted as one field. It can be planted anywhere in the bean stubble, but when we get to the corn stalks, I want to make sure it's going to be planted correctly. So we're going to go over here and we're going to turn into the corn stalks, and I'm going to get my GPS set. And then we're going to go to the middle of this field right here, or over here part way, and we're going to start. And we're going to see how things go. Don't foresee too much problem over here. I think everything's going to go just fine. Steering on. This is probably going to put us right. Yeah, we're going to be right in the road, so that's good. There it is. Looks like we should have it set up. Get things fired up here. When I say get things fired up, we're going to fire up the vacuum motors. And what the vacuum motors do is create vacuum, and it sucks the soybeans up onto the seed plate, which meters it out. We should, in theory, be ready to go. Hitch is down, planter's down. Got the drone in the air. We're in 12th gear, planting got the engine running about 1200 RPMs, and we're running 5 miles an hour. Riley, she has places to go tonight, things to do and all that, which is fine. I feel bad that I had her over here doing this on a Saturday evening, but I wanted to get a few drone shots because this is our last farm that we're going to run this year, and I wanted to get some drone shots of it. I didn't get drone shots of the last field that we did when I was planting corn, so I wanted to get some drone shots of this anyway. There is a few weeds in this field. This was sprayed 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. These are also enlist beans. They're a 2.8 bean, 2.8 maturity. I don't know how many days that is, but they're an earlier maturity bean for our area. I'm sorry, they're not a 2.8, they're a 3.1. Normally I plant a 2.8. This year these are a 3.1. These are the enlist beans. They have a Roundup Ready gene in them, and they have, we can spray like 2,4-D on them. I don't know for sure what else we can spray. There's 3 different things we can spray on them. That way we have different modes of action for different weeds, and we have more control over our weeds instead of just one thing. Corky just came over and brought me some food. So she's going to her get together. So I guess I'm good to go for a while. I got enough to plant about another 60 acres in here, I think. 50 acres maybe, I don't know, from what I did. What I did was I got things set up so Kylie could fly the drone, because she has some things going on too. So what you saw of me flying when Kylie was flying the drone was some of the easier planting there is in this field. When I get down in the bottom over the hill from where I'm working right now, it gets pretty rough. I can't use my guidance down there. Got to use the marker on the end of the planter. So it's not fun, but we'll get her. Not a problem. A little rough and a little hilly over here. You guys all say we don't have any hills, but we got a few. Might be able to see that with how the drone was, when the drone was flying. I don't know. But so far everything's going great, and I couldn't be happier. It's a nice happy spot sitting right here in this seat, that's for sure. I got everything I need. I have cameras, I have a phone, I have a radio that I never turn on. I have all kinds of buttons over here to push, and all in here to push and play with if I want to. And I have food, so we're good. I have tools, but hopefully I won't need them. No, I'm not going to sleep. And this 16 rows that I'm on right here is the last that I can do with my guidance for about 35 acres, which isn't too bad. But that'll take the rest of the evening to do, because it's rough and we got to go slow, and we have rows running every which way. Used to be an old pasture, but it grows good crops right now, so that's the reason we farm it. Alright guys, pick me up a rider here. Wave to the camera. He's the neighbor that lives right here, right beside the field that we're in right now. So he wanted to go for a ride with us, so we're going for a ride now. Finally got into some good ground here, so I figured I'd turn the camera back on. But down there in that bottom ground, it was hateful tonight, and I feel like I did a crappy job down in there, but I'm sure that it's going to turn out just fine. So just wanted to give a little update, but got me a rider riding with me for a couple rounds here, and his mom and dad are waiting on us up at the end of the other end of the field. So say bye. Morning everybody. It's the next day, as you can see. We did get this 80-acre field done here last night. It was probably 10:30 when I got finished with it. And it's really hard to see out here. And this tractor, the lights are terrible on it. We don't have the good lights. So we're going to get folded up here. And we're going to move down to the next field, which is the 13-acre field. Gotta always remember to put it in neutral. 16 acres left and we're gonna be finished. It's a nice morning. It was sprinkling on me on my way over here. All right, there we are. Let's go to the next field. Dad, he was just back here in the back field there where we put the tile in, and he was looking back there. Corn's coming up back there too, so. We do have a camera set up to do a time lapse on this field, so we'll see how that works out. Now, I'm not very good at setting cameras though, or setting the cameras. I can put them where I want them, but getting them to do what I want, that's sometimes a different story. So hopefully that's going to work for us.